Hi, I'm Marta, and I'm a therapist healer, and I'm going to talk and share with you about what feelings truly are. Most of us in our society have this idea that feelings are something that are taboo, that they're not spiritual, that we are supposed to repress them, we're supposed to direct them in different directions and take them away from ourselves, to leave our bodies, to not really use our feelings in a way that become our teachers. So our feelings really are the basis of our soul. They're our soul connection to ourself. And when we do not pay attention to our feelings, they're going to turn on us, and they're going to become illness. They're going to become relationship issues. They're going to become career issues. Because when we are not in touch with our feelings, we don't know what we need. We really don't know how to feed ourselves. We really don't know what our soul is asking us to do. So we've had this idea about feelings that it's just reaction and acting out and being inappropriate and you're being immature but yes. As children, if you think of yourself as children, children's feelings are primal. They just, I love you, I hate you, I'm sad, I'm angry, and they kind of move like an ocean through each feeling. But you really know where that child stands. You really know what they need, what they want, and they're direct about it. But then we grow up, and all of a sudden we're told, you're not supposed to say that. You're not supposed to feel that. People are afraid over and over again, and I've been told this by clients. I'm so afraid to feel sad because I feel if I feel sad, there'll be no end to it and I'll go into a depression and there's no way out of it. And I say to them, if you don't go to the bottom of it and if you don't get to the core of it, then you will never find who you are and you will never know how to heal this sadness, to embrace it, to love it, to express it in a way to another person so that your need is met and your soul is fully desired, because we're constantly seeking outside for validation, for acknowledgement, for approval. And why is that? It's because our feelings are not being recognized. And as human beings, our feelings never die. They will never go away. What we need to learn to do is to use our feelings as teachers, to connect, to express, to allow ourselves to have compassion. Because if we don't understand, for instance, what fear is, if we don't know fear, and we say, oh, I'm not afraid, I'm not going to feel fear, then we never know how to go through the experience of that fear and learn courage. Because on the other side of that is courage. If I don't go into the depth of my rage, if I don't go into the depth of that feeling of rage, and there's a difference between anger and rage. Rage is much deeper, anger is much more on the surface where we usually take it out on someone, or we take it out on ourselves, but rage is much deeper. Rage is much more of a universal feeling of saying there is something unjust in my life and in this world, and I want to make a difference. So our feelings can lead us to know self-righteous type of anger that moved our country forward, such as with people like Martin Luther King, or all of the great humanitarians. They had a self-righteous rage. They saw injustice, and if they didn't use that anger, if they didn't use that rage, then our world would never change. So when we keep repressing and judging and trying to be appropriate and trying to be good and trying to fit in and trying to fix it, we are just perpetuating the same problem over and over again. As the definition of insanity is that I keep doing the same thing over and over again and think I'm going to get a different result. That's the definition of insanity, and that's what we're doing with our emotions. We keep trying to repress them. We keep trying to misdirect them in a different way, and usually what happens is it comes out as blame, either towards someone else or towards ourselves. So when we can really get to the primal feeling without the story, without the rationale, without the manipulation, or trying to get the other person to understand us, when we simply go inside and feel this energy that is in our body that motivates every single intention. It is the fulcrum behind every single intention that we have as our emotions. Think about it. As human beings, what motivates us is because we feel something. And feelings is passion of life.